What up, though? Your boy Meech, aka the Sillage Saint. Hope everyone's doing well. It is time for another fragrance video. It is time for the first video of the new year. As you guys can see, I have on a tie for this video because I am proud to present the 2024 Sillage Saint Fragrance Awards. Yes, at the time of this recording, it is officially January 2nd, 2025. It is a new year, and with a new year comes a bit of reflecting on the year that was. And tonight, or whenever you're watching this video, we are going to recap some of the best fragrances that I wore in 2024. We have several different fragrance categories that I will be presenting awards to in this video. I gotta shout out Omar's School of Scent because his channel was the inspiration for this video. I initially was just going to do kind of like a top 20 fragrances in my entire collection as of end of year 2024. Then I came across this video and he was kind of like presenting awards. And I thought that would be a little more fun than just your typical list. So we have about 15, 16 different categories here, and we're going to present fragrance of the year in each of these categories. So I'm not going to belabor you guys anymore. I want to get through this as quickly as possible. Let's start with the first annual Sillage Saint Award for most versatile fragrance. Now, a little bit disclaimer here. These are going to be fragrances that I wore in 2024 or that I own, not necessarily 2024 purchases. So if anything is specific to the year 2024, I'll indicate that before I present the award. But in the first category, we have the most versatile fragrance in my collection. And this is a fragrance that at the end of the year 2023 won or finished number one as it pertains to top 10 fragrances in my collection. This year's winner, or the 2024 winner for the King of Versatility Award, it goes to Dior Homme 2020. This is a fragrance that I talk about a lot, one of those 5 tool fragrances, anytime, any place, any occasion. It works, checks off boxes in a number of versatile categories. It is just a fragrance that absolutely is going to work. Citric, woody, aromatic, easy to wear in any occasion. The King of Versatility for 2024, Dior Homme 2020. The next category is one of our favorite categories, that being the date night category. And there could have been a number of different fragrances to win in this category because I have a lot of good date night fragrances. But the fragrance that resonated with me in 2024 and is one of the fragrances I love to reach for those date nights, the award goes to Rochas Mustache Eau de Parfum. Very affordable fragrance. You can find this these days for under $40 for a 75 ml spicy, warm. You get this pink pepper that really stands out. There's a rose accord, benzoin, vanilla is in this fragrance. This is a fragrance that sits close to the skin, but works great for those date nights. One of my favorite fragrances in my collection. That's why I won this award. Rochas Mustache Eau de Parfum. Our next category, the office category. This is the fragrance that works best in the office. And again, another category where there were several contenders, but one fragrance stands above them all. This is a fragrance that I actually purchased the first quarter of 2024. I absolutely love it for daytime versatility, but it is great for the office. We are talking about Vetiver Sensual by Mancera as we get into focus there. This is a fragrance that, again, as it pertains to versatility, it just works. You get a lot of citrus at the top, soapy, clean vetiver on the dry down. This is just fresh, clean, woody, easy to wear, unoffensive or inoffensive, works great in the office. That's why it wins this award, Vetiver Sensual by Mancera. Our next award is the head turning fragrance. This is a fragrance that garners a lot of compliments. This is a fragrance that you're going to wear it out and about and you're going to grab people's attention. The fragrance that I went with this year is one that the last time I wore it garnered me several compliments. It definitely turns heads, has some sex appeal. We are talking about Versace Aeros Flame. And this is a fragrance purchased this year that I absolutely love: blood orange, spice, woods, that vanillic dry down. I've talked about this fragrance quite a bit over the course of the last couple of months on my channel. It is a head turner, it is a compliment getter, and that's why it wins the award for the best head turning fragrance, Versace Aeros Flame. All right. And the last category for this segment, we're going to pause for station identification. Shout out to my man Charm City after this award. But this is the Spring Summer Fragrance of the Year. This is a fragrance that I wore this summer that really stood out. If you spent any time on my channel, you guys probably know what fragrance is going to win this award. It has a great scent memory from my birthday weekend in July. The Spring Summer Fragrance of the Year is Lamar by Kaja. Absolutely love this fragrance. This fragrance might win multiple awards today because it is a banging fragrance. It's fruity, it's sweet, it's musky. You get the rose accord in here. This is a fantastic fragrance, unisex fragrance as well. Huge compliment getter, strong performer. It is definitely the fragrance that stood out to me this summer and the spring, but mostly the summer. Lamar by Kaja. All right, we are back for segment 2 of the 2024 Sillage Saint Fragrance Awards. Such a prestigious show. And the next 5 categories are going to be note-specific fragrances. We're going to award winners in each of these categories, starting with the best oud fragrance in my collection. This should come as no surprise if you spend any time on my channel. It is my favorite fragrance in my collection that features oud prominently, and that is Brioni Eau de Parfum Intense. Absolutely love this fragrance. Top 10 in my collection. Of course, there's oud, there's apple, there's saffron, there's vanilla. Those are kind of the standout notes in this fragrance. So classy and elegant. I usually wear this for more formal occasions or date nights, maybe even, a work event where I am having to dress up maybe a little bit more than usual. This is a fantastic scent. Definitely my favorite oud fragrance in my collection, Brioni Eau de Parfum Intense. Next up, the Gourmand fragrance of 2024. Now, I am not the biggest gourmand guy in the world, but I do have a few. There were a couple of candidates. Valentino Uomo, the original Valentino Uomo, for the longest time was my favorite gourmand fragrance because it is very wearable. I still like that fragrance a lot. Royal Blend by French Avenue, aka Fragrance World, an Angel Share clone, is definitely one that is moving up the ranks. But I am giving the award in 2024 to Black Leopard by Nazar Fragrances. This is a very unique gourmand fragrance. It was my scent of the day on Thanksgiving and Christmas Day. So I actually wore this fragrance for both holidays. This combines kind of like the spicy fougere type of vibe. It kind of reminds me a little bit with the black pepper of something like Dior Sauvage. But then you get like vanilla absolute and myrrh and orange and some other notes that almost gives it like a creamy type of sweet vibe. This fragrance has a bunch of notes in it. Tobacco's in it as well, although I don't get a lot of tobacco. It's more of this kind of spicy, warm, kind of sweet, creamy, vanillic fragrance. It smells really nice. It lasts a long time as well. Kind of pushes off the skin the first hour or two that you're wearing it. And after that, you still get whiffs of it, but it sits a bit closer to the skin. But this is a very unique gourmand fragrance, which is why it won the award for 2024. I really like this one. Black Leopard by Nazar Fragrances. Next up, the best leather fragrance. Now, I don't know if I should say the best, but my favorite leather fragrance in my collection. And leather has been a fragrance note that I have been collecting more fragrances of in 2024. But this fragrance still holds some sentimental value to me. I got it very early in my collecting journey, and it still holds the title for my favorite leather fragrance, and that is Uomo Signature by Salvatore Ferragamo. I'm a big fan of this fragrance. Of course, leather, spice, coffee beans in here as well. This is a great fragrance for the cooler weather months. I usually wear it evenings out in the cooler weather. It's a great leather fragrance. Still my favorite, although there are some others in my collection that I've purchased this year and some from years past that I really like. But Uomo Signature still my favorite. Next up, One of my top two favorite notes in perfumery, that being the note of vanilla. This was a tough category because some fragrances like Parfums de Marly's Auteur, Spectre Ghost by Fragrance World were breathing down this fragrance's neck, but it is still my favorite vanilla fragrance. It still holds the title Mercedes-Benz Club Black, aka the Vanilla Bomb, vanilla, benzoin, incense, ambroxan. This is mostly vanilla on vanilla on vanilla, as I say all the time. I still love this fragrance, one of my signature scents in the cooler weather months, and the best vanilla in my collection as of right now. It might change, but right now it's still Mercedes-Benz Club Black. And our last note specific category for this segment is my favorite note in perfumery, that being the note of iris. And you guys probably know who the winner is if you've been on my channel for any amount of time. It's For Him Bleu Noir Parfum by Narciso Rodriguez. Absolutely love this fragrance. Absolutely love iris. There are a number of great iris fragrance that could have very well won in this category, but you get the iris, you get that suede accord here that gives this a leathery type of feel, the musky woody vibe of this fragrance. Compliment getter, sexy, but it also has some versatility as well. Big fan of this one. Still my favorite iris fragrance, and it might be hard to dethrone For Him Bleu Noir Parfum by Narciso Rodriguez. All right, and we're starting the final segment of the 2024 CI Saint Fragrance Award with a very controversial category. This is going to be the most disappointing fragrance buy of 2024. So this is a category specific to 2024. I purchased this fragrance in 2024. And I say disappointing, I want to give this disclaimer. I do like the fragrance. It just wasn't all that I thought it would be. I do need to spend some more time with it because I haven't owned it long. So I am going to wear it, experience it a little bit more, and maybe my tune will change in 2025. But for 2024, boy, the most disappointing buy was from the house of Nisha, and it is Fan Your Flames. I might get flamed in the comment section for saying this. Let me just get this out the way. The atomizer, it smells great. In the air, it smells great. Tester strip skin, it's a little bit different. It is this coconut sweet, boozy fragrance. I get a lot of the boozy aspects when I wear this on skin. I think there's tobacco in here as well. It is really earthy on my skin, a bit more earthy than I thought it would be. And so for that reason, I'm just kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of okay for me. But I haven't owned it long, as I stated. I'm going to spend more time with it. I bought this based on a recommendation of a lot of content creators that I trust. And I'm going to give it some time. I'm going to wear it. I'm going to wear it around people, see how they experience the fragrance on me. But right now, it does hold that title for being maybe my most disappointing buy this year. Again, that's Fan Your Flames by Nisha. All right. The best Middle Eastern fragrance purchase that I made in 2024 is a very recent purchase, and I gotta shout out my man Charm City, the fragrance connoisseurs. It was a recommendation or a fragrance that he talked about in a tagged video that I did, where I talked about fragrances that will work great for a holiday party. I watched his review on the fragrance, and I was like, man, I'm going to give this a shot. It's a niche fragrance. It was 75 bucks on Joma Shop. We are talking about Hot Night by the Attar collection. And this is a fragrance that reminds you of fragrances like Angel Share, Parfums de Marly's Ojan. If you've smelled that fragrance before, this definitely has those type of vibes. I'm more familiar with Angel Share, so I'll do maybe a comparison to that. And here's what I'll say. It is, think Angel Share, but think less boozy. The cinnamon amped up. There's a lot of cinnamon spice in this fragrance, and then add a cherry accord. This is a really nice smelling fragrance. I had a holiday dinner at my house the Sunday before Christmas. I wore this fragrance. People were telling me I smelled nice. It lasted a long time. This is a really good one. Even though I haven't owned it long, definitely the best Middle Eastern buy I made in 2024. Hot Night by the Attar collection. The next category is the best clone fragrance in my collection as of the end of the year 2024. And this may also not come to a surprise to many, because I talk about this fragrance being my favorite clone fragrance in my collection. And that fragrance is Gary's Den Le Parfum by Fomo. This is a clone of Dior Homme Parfum. If you don't know, most of you in FradCon probably already know that. Absolutely love this fragrance. Lipstick, makeup bag, iris, a little bit of a spice, a little bit of a leathery feel. I just recently wore this fragrance out to dinner. Smelled so good, lasted a long time. This is one that's also going to be really hard to dethrone. I really like the quality of this. It's a fantastic interpretation of DHP, although not one-to-one, but good enough for me. This is my favorite clone, no doubt. Gary's Den Le Parfum by Fomo. The next category is the best designer purchase of 2024. And this was actually a fragrance that was gifted to me. It was one of my Christmas gifts, so I'm really appreciative of that. But I picked this fragrance because it not only has some appeal within FradCom, but it also has mass appeal. I know a lot of dudes that wear this fragrance. It's very, very popular. It is kind of the quintessential designer fragrance for me. And that fragrance is YSL's Myself. And this is the Eau de Parfum. So essentially, this is a citric floral fragrance. You get this like soapy type of vibe, soapy like cleanliness with this fragrance. But I understand why this is so popular. It's very easy to wear. It's very mass appealing. I really, really like it. I was avoiding it for a long time just because everybody wears it, but I do like it a lot. It does smell good, and that's why it wins the Best Designer Award in my collection for 2024, YSL Myself. And we have our first repeat winner, our two-time award winner for Best Niche Fragrance. I'm just going to be quick with this one and go with Lamar by Kaja. It wins the award for the Best Niche pickup for me in 2024. This also won my fragrance of the spring summer. So multi-award winner, let me hold it like a award. Multi-award winner Lamar by Kaja. And the final category in the 2024 Sillage Saint Fragrance Awards is the number one fragrance in my collection, the best of the best. Now, in 2023, that fragrance was Dior Homme 2020. And this year, it was the fragrance that finished second to that in 2023. It is now, in my opinion, the best fragrance overall in my collection, and that is Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Now, for him, Bleu Noir by Narciso Rodriguez, the Parfum, Lamar, both in the running there. I was debating between those three, but because of Bleu de Chanel's versatility, I decided to give it the edge. It's a 5-tool fragrance like Dior Homme 2020. Anytime, any place, any occasion. It has a class and elegance. I actually was recently out of town for the holiday. I wore this fragrance while traveling because I have a small decan of it as well. This is just a fragrance that works. It's a huge compliment getter. It has huge, big time versatility, and that's why it is the number one fragrance in my collection at the end of the year 2024, Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Well, there you have it, guys. The first annual Sillage Saint Fragrance Awards is complete. What do you guys think? What were some of your best of the best in your collections in 2024? I would love to hear about those. Feel free to throw them in the comment section. Be sure to check out my social media for more. Please like and subscribe on whatever social media platform you're watching this on. That would be greatly appreciated. Once again, your boy Meech, aka the Sillage Saint, hoping everybody has a fantastic 2025. Until next time, take care. Peace.